In this video, we're going to answer the question, is it okay to feature local businesses in my newsletter for free? And I would say that actually this is 100% essential. And the reason for that, the reason you want to put local businesses in your newsletter from day one is because you want people to be used to ads. Now, obviously, you can't call these ads because they're not advertisements or sponsorships, but you want people to be familiar with this kind of style of post, this kind of section of your newsletter, so that when you do have paying ads, once you've got your first few hundred subscribers, then this is not something that people are going to be, it's not going to be unfamiliar to them. We don't want to suddenly shove ads in and then people are like, oh my goodness, why has everything changed? They need to know that from day one, we're going to have this style of post. So I'm just going to show you how I would do this within my newsletter. So I'm building out this newsletter here. This is the BU Insider. This is for Boston University area. Starting a newsletter in a area around a university with a great little side hustle for somebody, and it doesn't have to be where you live. You don't have to necessarily be near the university or the college. But you can see I'm building out the traffic news. I'm here in CopyQuill, and I'm going to just put in an advertisement. Now, you want to make sure that your advertisement looks slightly different from the rest of your text. But like I said, I'm not going to call it an advert because I'm not going to get paid for it. So I'm going to call this, let's say, a local business shout out. Okay, and this just means that people are going to be familiar with this different section within my newsletter. Now, what I've gone and done is I've picked this one here. This is just a local Boston real estate. Real estate investors are a great group of people, realtors, in order to sponsor your newsletter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to imagine that I'm going to have these guys in my newsletter. What I've done is I've used our little tool Curated, which basically is going to scrape the information off the website. I just put that into the box here, and then that all pops up, all formatted for me. I can go in and I can put into some additional text as well if I want to. Don't have to. That's completely up to me. And then I just need a title for it. So I'm just going to go through here, pop this title in, put that in there. I might take this as well, just so people know that what they're getting if they click on the link. So let's put that in here as well. And there you go. I'll just delete a few of these spaces, and we've got our traffic news, but now we can see that this section is completely different, which means when I put in an additional section down here, so let's imagine I want to call this section date night. Maybe I'm going to go in and talk about some restaurants or something in this section. We can see clearly that this one is different. Now, where we have different themes within this our newsletter generator. So for example, if I went into forest, you can see that that section looks different. So if this is what my newsletter looks like, then people will notice that every now and then we have this different section, and this will be my local business shout out. And then when I am getting paid, I can call this an ad, I can call it a sponsored, I can call it a featured post, whatever I want to do. So I'd say yes, definitely feature local businesses. Definitely do it in different ways. So for example, I'm featuring local businesses up here in my events section. But do get people familiar with you having something that looks like an ad, so that when you are working with advertisers, then they are used to seeing that in your newsletter. And you know what? There's nothing to stop you reaching out to a few local businesses and saying, hey, I've got this local newsletter. I'm testing out ad spots. Would you like an ad spot for free for the first 2 months? I just want to get used to people seeing them in my newsletter, not asking anything from you. And then you can just put any local business that says yes in your local newsletter. And then again, people are used to seeing those adverts. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more of an idea. If you've got any questions about local newsletters, put them in the comment underneath this video. I'm going to make a video about them answering your question. We'll see you in the next one.